Vikram sir. So one I want to make announcement today that we'll be having the feedback session at the end of the class. So kindly stay in the class till we are saying that complete. So we need the feedback to be filled by all the participants to know about where we are where to improve, how to improve our training program. We need your feedback. So we'll be posting the link during the end of the session. So all the participants are requested to stay till the end of the session. So over to you, sir. Vikram sir.
Thank you, Muthu sir. Very good afternoon to all. Welcome to 2 weeks online live industrial training on hands-on machine learning. Today we're going to see about the how we do the classification and the clustering in the machine learning concept. Before going to today's class, up to now we have any questions, any clarification regarding yesterday class or day before yesterday class, you can leave here.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. So already we have seen different learning techniques. One is a supervised learning, other one is a unsupervised learning, another one is a reinforcement learning. So supervised learning means labels will be there. Unsupervised learning means no labels. In reinforcement learning, there is no labels concept. There will be a agent. Agent will use to give the rewards. This is how the learning techniques will be there to train the mission. So yesterday we have seen one of the supervised learning. Today also we will cover one of the supervised learning technique, and then we go for the unsupervised learning technique. That is a clustering. Clustering is a unsupervised learning, and classification is a supervised learning. Yesterday we have seen classification technique based upon the support vector missions. Today also we will see the support vector missions, but today we will see about the images. Yesterday we have seen about the digits data set to find the prediction based upon the digit image. Today we will see the real-time images, human images. And in the clustering, we will find the clusters based upon the data set which already existing with the Skycut. This is our, as I said yesterday, for any machine learning algorithm, this is the thing we need to follow it out. We need to load the data set, then we need to pre-process it out, then choosing the features and the labels, that's the input and the outputs. Then we need to choose the classifier or any model. On the inputs and output we need to apply based upon our requirement. And we need to fit this input and output to the model based upon our requirement. Then you can predict the things. This is the general strategy what we follow in the machine learning concepts. So now we go for the classification. Here we follow support vector missions and we have some eigenfaces. We're gonna see this. Let me share me the Google Colab or Jupyter to you. Sorry. I hope you can see the screen, right? Oh, let me share the screen. You all can see the Google Colab screen, right? You can see the packages. As I said yesterday, we are using the SkyKit SQL Learn. We are importing the time, logging time, starting time, and in to know the starting time and end time, and the matplot library to plot the graph. And I'm taking the model for training data set, and here I'm taking the CSV to take the images. This will come from the package CSV, and we are fetching the faces of the peoples from the data sets. This is one of the data set, and classification report, the metrics from the metrics package. I need to generate the confusion matrix here, and I'm taking the to split the data set. I'm using this decomposition thing, and I'm using the classifier support vector mission here. So I'm displaying the logs. You can see in the right side corner, it will display whenever we executing what happening with this method to show the progress, how much is happening like that. And we will take the data set here. This is to take the fetch the data set, new data set. Minimum paces per person will be 70. So for example, for X person will be 70 different angles. I mean, one may be side face, one may be straight face, other may be light face, like that. That we need to plot here in the arrays. Then we will take the positions, data directly from the data features. See, different faces may has see features. Why we need to take this one is, let me explain about this one. See, there may be X person, Y person, like that. There may be N persons. I mean, N persons faces. So not all the faces will be same. Different person face will be in different dimensions and different shapes, different colors, etc. But whenever you come to the machine learning training, we need to give the features. Features means, as I said, input. That is the data regarding that particular face. So what these features means? The features will be same number of columns for all the persons. The X person may be different shapes and different color, different things, but in the features we need to convert each and every person with these 3 columns. So every face should be under these columns. That is the features. That's why we need to convert the raw data set into the features. There's a pre-processing pre-processing step. Okay, any face should come under this specified columns. Columns means features. That may be a size or dimensions. Like that, we will take the features here. We will display the features in this thing as well. That is the meaning of this one. For machine learning, we use 2 data directly, a relative pixel and the position information. Okay, this is the n features equal to x dot shape of. And similarly, the labels as well. As I said, labels are the output. All the faces should come under that output. I mean, X face or Y face or Z face, like that. How many classes is there? How many labels is there? Like that images maybe belongs to X label or Y label or Z label. Any one of the label should belongs to the particular shape. That is the thing here. So we call as a target dot names dot shape. This is for features. This is for classes. Next, this is to print it out. How many samples is there? Data. How many features is there? Input. How many classes is there? To print number. You know about percentage D, like C itself, axis specifier here. We will put one value here. This is the size of, to know the size of that particular data size. And then here we have, as I said in the starting class itself, there are three things is there. What are there? Testing data, validation data, training data. So we need to convert these all things. What is testing data, what is validating, and what is training data? This is this one. X train, X test, Y train, Y test, train test split off, XY test site. This is the sorry, splitting the data into training and the testing data. There will be two data set will be there, with training and testing data. Training will be the with actual figures, testing will be the what we need to test it out. And then we are computing the eigenfaces on the data set. We are treating that particular data as unlabeled one because we don't know where that particular image belongs to which label. So such type of data we are taking. Okay, that is the testing data. And we extract the top eigenfaces. Top eigenfaces means, for example, X person may have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different shades. But we label for the X person, label will be X1. So X has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different variations. X belongs to, we don't know. Any one of these image belongs to X. We don't know. We need to predict it out. If you give 2 image means, you should say that this 2 belongs to X. And if you give 5 means, we need to say that 5 belongs to X. And you may give A, B, C, D, E. This is the Y. If you take the image of C means, it should predict that this image belongs to Y. If you take the image 3 means, again it should predict that this image belongs to X. This is the nearest image. It may take any one of the nearest face and it may predict it out, what is what. This is the things done in this here. That was done in the randomized manner. Okay. Then based upon that, what we're doing, training and data set data will be projected on the screen, where we need to give this data to the classification model for the classifier. Yesterday we have support vector classifier, right? Here as well we are using the support vector classification. So once we take the input, what we need to do? This step. We have taken the features and labels and we have fixed the Excel. We need to fit it out by using the fit function. So here we are fitting the classifier here. So this is the gamma and C value, as we seen yesterday as well. C and gamma means is the fitting function. This is the classifier, how we need to classify it out. So we will use the classifier here, and by using the fit function, we will fit the data. Then with the data, what we will do? We will predict it out. So fitting and the predict function. So based upon this data, we will generate the confusion matrix and we will classify it out. It belongs to which target and etc. Okay. Then with the help of the matplotlib library, we will print the data. What is what, etc. You can see here. Subplot each and every data. We will print the title text. Here we will take the each and every image. The size of the image is mentioned here, and subplot should be each and everything, bottom to left and thing. So this one as well, what we are splitting the data based upon the prediction. What is output? And here this is the what are the eigenfaces we have taken. So if you execute this one, output will be, see the output here. You can see the output here. So automatically based upon the classes we have taken, it will take the required data, and the total size is n samples is 1288, features is 1850, classes are 7, and we extracted the top 150 eigenfaces from 966 faces. Okay, and time how much time it taken means this much of seconds. And projection and fitting the classifier in the timings, we have fitted in how much time, this much time, and we have find the grid here. And this you can see the precision, recall, and f1 square. This is the one of the work done by my student. I'm projecting in front of you. Okay, so what is the precision, recall, f1 square, support, and accuracy? These are the results of the particular data, how much it is happening. See, with this it predicted this is the bush, this image is bush, this image is bush, this is also Blair. So how, based upon what? Based upon this eigenfaces, eigenface 0, eigenface 1, 2, 3. Based upon these faces, automatically they predicted that who is who. This is bush like this. You can see the different eigenfaces. So like this, faces can be identified. Now you please, I recommend you to check this one whether you will get or not. Once you check this one, then wherever you feeling difficult, we will clarify it out. Now I recommend you to type and check it out. It hardly take 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. The chart can be put only few data. If you type each and every line, you come to know where what. Once you finish this page, I'll scroll down. You feel that with the help of Python, how easily we can able to do it out. Before Python, this can be done with minimum thousands of lines, the same code. Whereas now with the Python shortcuts keys, as each and everything having in inbuilt, easily we can able to use it out with few of lines. You no need to type in the hash function. Whatever is there hash, there are comments. You don't need to type this hash. You just type without hash itself.
Sir, just a moment, just scroll up because my Google Colab actually dissolved and I need to retype.
Vikram sir. Vikram sir.
Vikram sir, screen is blank.
Vikram sir, your screen is blank. Vikram sir. So Vikram sir. Vikram sir. Vikram sir, your screen is not visible, sir.
Now, this motor I will be rotating backward direction as well as the anti-backward direction. Both directions I want to rotate it. Then same thing here. So now the process should be started. Now if I want to press this button, it will be working. You see now, if I press this, the motor it will be start. Are you seeing this image? You see the motor it will be rotated. Then it should be a clockwise direction. If I am pressing this button, it will be rotated anti-clockwise. It should be rotated anti-clockwise. In this button, it will be clockwise direction, and this button it should be an anti-clockwise direction. After that, this motor I want to run that. So here I will be press this button, it will start to move. Then this is for anti-clockwise direction. Now you want to take the clockwise. The number is input for output one. Then input to output two. The same thing here. Input three, output three. Then input four, output four. If I do this now, and it is
Sorry for the interruption. Actually, power was gone. That's why I couldn't able to connect. I tried with my mobile phone, but still it's not connected. Now my voice is audible, right?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Audible.
Okay. You please type this one, sir. After typing, you get answer. You will come to know, sir, what is what. While typing, you try to analyze and write, sir, why this one. You try to put it out. We will explain clearly. Mazaruddin, we can implement this thing any other programming language also, but that programming language should consist of the packages that which support the particular algorithm. Many use Python itself. Yes, many will use Python itself. Why means in even companies as well, now all the companies are shifted to the Python. The reason behind that is the programming part is very minimal in the Python. Whereas in Java or any other programming languages, the programming code will be very maximum. Most of the coding part should be done by the user. Now see, in our example as well, whole classifier algorithm we have done only with two parameters, gamma and c. That is the support vector algorithm, what we say, description or the use of that one. That's how the Python was designed. Most of the coding was done by the developer in itself. User will use the particular method. That's why the Python is very easy. Difficulty means we need to remember particular thing. See, more than 10 years I am using this Python. But still we don't get appropriate method. Whatever we use familiar, nowadays we are practicing on the machine learning and AI. Before 4 years we practiced on the Django of Python. At that time we are aware of the Django. Yesterday one of my student trying to executing the website in Django, I forgot the method which we can able to take it back. So these things will happen. Forgetting the methods and forgetting the packages may happen due to not practicing. So if we practice more means we can able to remember each and every Python modules, libraries, etc. That's the thing. Now similarly in this example as well, we loading the data set. After
Sir, can you scroll down?
even in this data set also, downloading the data set, pre-processing the data set, doing the test data and training data, and fitting the data into the model. Everything is done within the 100 lines. That's it. Previously, we have many things to load the data. We need to connect the database front end. See, even we're doing in the Colab, we don't even use the software. We don't need to download that as well. But we require internet connectivity. Nowadays, internet speed is very more, almost 95% of geographical area wherever the human population is covered. So we can use this one. So like this, the Python become very popular. Still, most of research as well happening in the Python. While doing research, we may feel some difficulties. At that time, we may code it out. While we working, we feel difficulties. while trying to execute something, we may not find any method. For that kind of methods, we can do ourselves and we can patent as well.
Sir, could you scroll down? I have completed till XY test size. Sir, scroll couple of lines down. One more line down, please.
Now you may feel difficult to type, but you will get it out. While typing, you come to know why this word, etc., etc. Hands-on means you need to type and you need to get output. So I recommend everybody to please type it. Skin is visible to you, right? Down in the sense. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
ఆపిల్ కొన్ని ఇంటికి భయపడుతుంది.
అవునా?
కార్ తీసుకునే దానికి వస్తా ఉంది, మధ్యలో వీడియో అయిపోయింది. ఎందుకని చేస్తే నేను చూసి
Vikram sir,
Yes, sir.
sir, can you please mute your mic?
Sorry,
Lot of disturbance coming.
sorry, I forgot. Sorry. Please make a little bit faster, sir. Please, sir.
Vikram sir. The screen is not visible. Vikram sir, screen is not visible.
It's okay, sir. Sir, yes, Muthu sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I also feeling same. That's why I said, generally what we do now, this thing we will do in 2 days. I will type one line output, like that we used to do. But as time is hurry up, I put yeah, now only 4 lines left. Yeah, generally we will train step by step, sir. But what I can do, due to lack of time, I want to complete it. This is the end screen. We will end with this algorithm. Actually, I plan other one. We will skip that one. Okay, sir. Sure, sir. I will speak. Sure, sir. Generally, we used to type this, and we do parallelly. We will type one by one line. Due to lack of time, I explained at once, and I'm trying to post all the thing. Generally, what we do is we will type a single line, double line with explanation. We will use to do it out. Today, due to lack of time, I'm saying you to type it out. This is the last thing. Once you finish this, you click on the run button. Once you click on the run button, you can able to see the output. Then by seeing the output, you try to analyze it out, the each and every line, whatever may be. This is the last line. plt.show is the last line. Any one of you done means please respond. It's so you have done. Typo error means you want to cross check it out, please. Can you post the error there? Syntax error. You may miss the 2 or 3 lines, 2 or 3 words instead of one other one. If you've done this, you can check it out. Syntax error. IPython line. You missed the percentage D, percentage F. Oh, you have given 0.3 fs. Should work. Okay. This size. Any others? See, like this, you need to give. This percentage is missing. I hope so. Muzaruddin, your percentage is missing. I hope so. Time off minus TO2. You cross check this one with same space and everything.
I think it is written as a TO, sir. It is a T0, no?
T0. It is T0.
No, written TO. It's coming TO.
Yeah, it is T0. Did you got Muthu sir?
Sir, line 16. Can you just help me out once again?
Yeah, I'm checking. I'm trying. I tried to identify here.
It is 1FW underscore people space equals to space fetch underscore 1FW underscore people in brackets minimum underscore faces underscore per underscore person equals 70 comma space size equals 0.4 bracket close.
Resize.
Resize, yes.
Yeah, 0.4. Yeah, you check it is on the screen. Once you check it out, the same should be there.
Just a second.
Sir, Anand sir, you are written as a 70, sir. It is 70, no, sir?
It is 70, yes. 70 and 0.4. And fetch underscore 1FW underscore people, min faces. Did anyone of you got executed? You try to replace that one. Once you chat box, not all program are posting. It takes only few lines. I tried in the starting itself.
कहाँ था इसका लाइन 1FW वाला उड़ा दिया क्या इसने?
पहले fetch का before fetch you check it out sir once.
आपका माइक चल रहा है.
1FW equal to fetch underscore people.
1FW underscore people plus 1FW people minimum.
See, I have sent in chat box some. It's coming still message itself.
So typographically everything is same. Should I just give us line space?
No need to give the space. Instead of the capital letter, you may use small letter, or instead of small, you may use capital letter. And make sure that open bracket and close bracket is perfect. And underscore, instead of underscore, you may use hyphen.
Achha. People space equals space fetch, no?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Let me just check down where is the problem.
Mazaruddin, did you got after correcting that error? You all are trying in the Google Colab itself, right?
Yes, sir.
I am also using Google Colab as well today, because for other example, it's not supporting the 3D. This will be the program. Anyway, I will try to share the actual code to you. You can copy and paste. If anyone of you got, I feel happy.
That line error is still coming, sir. I'm just hooked up with that line. I'm not able to understand. Shall I share this with you?
Yeah, you please share.
Okay, okay.
How can you share?
I'll present this.
So this will be the output based upon the eigenfaces. And for the clustering, I have used the iris. Yesterday I introduced the iris data set. And here the algorithm which I used is k-means. And for the plotting, I have used 3D. Like this, the images will be there here for the clustering. You can see the different group of clusters here. Here we have 8 clusters with 8 different colors. Here we have 3 clusters with 3 different colors. Y8 and Y3 means based upon our clustering groups, we have done it out. And here as well we have done. This is with the bad cluster, with bad initialization, we can get this output. This is the original thing. Same, this can be done. This also same like before. You're seeing screen, right? So this is the algorithm for that. Here I'm downloading the data set. Same like here, I'm importing it out. I'm importing the k-means algorithm from data set here and MATLAB and NumPy. This is for the plotting 3D graphs. Here I have used the data set iris, data and the target, input and the outputs. Then I want to make the data as 8 clusters and 3 clusters as shown on the screen. Then here I'm plotting the figure in the 3D way with the help of the clusters, each and everything in the for loop for 3 times, for 8 clusters, for 3 clusters, and for 3 clusters with the labels here. So based upon that, we are printing the giving the labels, petal, length, and etc. And this is the ground truth values based upon the actual figures, the data eigen values. Sorry, I mean iris data set. So like this, and for now we may feel difficult to understand each and everything. That's why the prerequisites for learning the machine learning is Python. Python should be a prerequisite. You need to know probability, algebra, Python, etc., etc. These are the graphs which we need to draw it out, and we're showing the figures. So after this one, we will get the output like this, based upon the 8 clusters and 3 clusters. This all thing. This code also today I will share to you. This code and previous code. If I share this code to you, means automatically you can copy and paste in the Google App and you can execute it out. And you feel difficult, what is this particular thing means, we can learn by typing it out, documentation, etc. After finishing this also, you can leave comments or questions, whatever may be. I will support you while reading. This is the class I planned today. Due to lack of more coding, I can't able to do the second one. You try it out through one way. So overall summary of this workshop, we have seen the basic introduction of the machine learning, all the 3 types of learning, actually what are the learning methods, and different type of data, and what is training, validation, testing data, and different data sets where we can collect the data sets, Kaggle, Irwin, UCI, data.govin, like that we can able to download the data sets real time. And then we have seen the fundamentals of Python, iterations, for loop, while loop, data structures. And then we have seen the machine learning libraries, NumPy, Pandas, Skylern, Scikit, and thing. And then we have seen some classification algorithm, support vector machine. And yesterday we have classified the digits. Today we have seen the phases. In the clustering part, we have discussed about the how we can do the clusterings of the iris thing. This is the thing. As we this is very short time for us. We just given the introduction to each and everything. I recommending you all once we need to become them. We need to learn ML or machine learning or deep learning. If you want to become AI, or if you want to become data scientist as well, I recommend 100% you should become the Python. Python is the prerequisite minimum qualification to get to become the AI. And that's why generally we used to train Python first and then AI first. Previously, we used to train for 3 months, 6 months course duration like this with AI, professional diploma courses, etc. We used to train practically hands-on sessions by going to the institutions and etc. That will be helpful. Why means we used to go near to the participant and we will train them wherever they may get error. We will take their system and we will help you it out as the online sessions. We will do that as well by installing the desktop app, any desk app, TeamViewer. With the tabs, we will take your system control and we will also do that kind of things for the 3 months or 4 months or 6 months course duration. We will go for one as well. These are things. So we require a lot of understanding, analyzing skills and the programming part. Why we require this, why we need to go for this. Without clear understanding, we feel confusion, we feel difficult. I hope you got some directions to you. If you want to become a machine learning developer, what are the prerequisites we require? I'm thinking so. Feel free to give any suggestions and comments to me as well. And I'm once again thanking for Harmonizer and NSC and Google for successful completion of this workshop. And any questions, any clarifications, you can please leave this to the my personal email vikramnirgatti@gmail.com. So any questions you can ask me now.
Vikram, sir, you can share these codings so that we can also practice, and participant also can practice. If they are having any doubt, they can reach you through mail.
Yes, I will share today's code to you for sure. Both 2 codes and PPT and the video as well. I will share to you. If I share this code to you, automatically you can copy and paste on the Google Colab and you will get it out. Then you have any queries, you can ask me. I will share the raw files itself. I mean .pnb files itself. I will share to you, Muthu sir. You please search it to them. Immediately once finishing this class, I will share it to you.
Okay. Thank you, Vikram. Thank you, Vikram, for giving your wonderful time for this 2-week training program. So I'm requesting all the participants to stay in the group. So I'm going to post the feedback link in the group in chat box. So kindly fill the feedback form which is given in the chat box. Right now I'm posting the link. So kindly open the link and try to give your valuable feedback so that it will help us to improve. Meantime, if anyone want to give some feedback, we are open and you can unmute your mic and you can speak.
Yes, please. Openly you can discuss. That is very positive for us. That may be a negative or positive. We will rectify that thing in next sessions. If any negative.
I hope that everyone can able to open the link. I think so. Once the feedback is completed, let us know. We can have the physical. If anyone want to speak anything about the program, any your valuable feedback, you can unmute your mic and you can speak, so that it will help us to improve. In my part, I want to say special thanks to Vikram sir, because in his difficult situation, he has been given his time for us, because unfortunately some bad thing is happened in his family. So in spite of the thing, he has came forward and continue giving his valuable time for us. So thank you, Vikram sir. Thank you for supporting us, and thank you for giving a valuable time for our participant and for all our participants for this 2 weeks program, sir. And I hope that with this input, what you given for 2 weeks, I hope definitely our participants got some basic input about the Python, as well as basic information about the machine learning. My personal experience is I was very new to this programming, so I got some basic idea about the Python and as well as the working knowledge on Google Colab. So a little bit I had a confidence on this subject. Thank you, Vikram. Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you, Muthu sir. Thank you.
So any of you participants want to give feedback, you are most welcome. You can speak so that it will help us to improve a lot. It is only the beginning, so still long way to go. We understand the thing. So I want to make one more announcement. We have been planning to conduct a 3 months training program on ML and AI. So we have been discussing, and it is about to roll out. So another couple of days it may come out. So I'm requesting all the participants. If I'll be updating the group. If anyone want to know about detailed thing on 3 months course, so you are most welcome to you can join the thing. That course mostly we are planning on online only. As said by Vikram sir, even we are going to do we can assess the individual system by installing that any desk or TeamViewer, so that we can able to give much more clarity on the training program. Swami sir, you are about to speak something. You can speak, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, this is good going session, sir, and also easy to understand. Your presentation is clear, and also your explanation is clear, and also ends and also.
Thank you, Swami. Thank you, Swami. Sorry, your voice is breaking for me.
Swami sir, you can speak. Your voice is not reaching for us.
Hello.
Yes, Swami sir. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now connected.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Your explanation is clear, sir, and also your presentation is also good. I learn a lot of things from the hands-on session, and also some more hands-on is required, sir, for next in future training program. The more hands-on is required, sir.
Sure, sir. We will plan, sir. Thank you, sir. As this is very short-term duration, and
yes,
many are from non-programming program.
That is the problem, sir. That is Prerequisition is required, sir, for machine learning.
Yes.
Prerequisite, yes, sir.
Yes. Previously, this
Yes,
is
sir.
almost many trainings we have done. Most of the people are programming background, but
sir.
this is the first time where I faced the non-programming background. Many people is there, so there we faced a little bit issue. I
Yes,
hope
yes,
whatever I delivered, I reached. If not, we come. As you said, we do more hands-on sessions in next classes as well.
Yes,
as the duration will be more. Thank you very much.
Your presentation and also your PPTs materials is very good, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Swami.
Yes, sir. Sir, Muthu, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Swami sir. Thank you for giving valuable time.
Thank you, sir.
Anand sir, please go ahead, sir. Anand sir, please.
Thank you so much. It was so nice that as a team, all of us came together, learned a lot of it. As far as the concept is concerned, for a learned software man, I don't think this was required, because for him it is only updation on the skill sets and the logics. But for me, as a beginner who is nowhere directly related with development, I would generally wish you to, because this is cross vertical, we are into a different vertical, and expertise in all the verticals are required to make some solution today. Because when we look at MI IoT,
yes, 100% I agree, sir.
So we need to just have this cross vertical connection, and I think basic for a longer duration is required, because Might be we might not be developers, but end of the day we might be the data fetchers and data providers and structure architects.
Yes, yes, sir.
Because ultimately we need to bond in different verticals. Developer may develop, but ultimately he needs to know the logical operation of a particular vertical.
Hmm.
So
100% I agree, sir.
if you can extend the basic classes for a longer duration, because ultimately basic is one thing which has to be very strong on any vertical.
Yes, fundamentals are very, very essential to do any kind of task. 100% I agree to you, sir. That's why
Yes,
when
correct.
we
What,
go 3 months duration or 6 months duration of the programming, those who are non-programming background as well, individually we will take them and we will assess them. Today task is this one. You need to execute it out. This is the fundamental. Like that, we need to train them individually. He may be from any background as well. So as individually we will assess them. So he is a starter. He is a in middle. He is little bit advanced level. Like that, we used to estimate the each and every participant in the particular field. See, some may be from civil, some may be from mechanical, some may be from automobile, some may be from CSC background. So some CSC may already get used with this programming. They may understand this one within 10 minutes. Those who from other, they might take some half an hour or 1 hour because it's new to them. That's why we recommend them to work for long time, long hours, and try to sit them for 2 days or 3 days or 4 days individually background work. Then if they, then the same thing once they learned, they try to apply that skill in their own field. For example, machine learning can be applied in civil or automobile or any other languages. So we relate them individually. As you are the background of civil, how the AI will be applicable in the civil. If you are from any mechanical, how the AI, like that individually we used to go for them in the long duration. That's why we used to provide some internships as well. The students, whoever may be from irrespective of our departments, we used to train them in such a way, and they used to provide some solutions in their thing. So as you said, we require some long durations and more hands-on sessions. 100% I agree, sir. Thank you once again, sir. Anant, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Muthu, sir, for organizing such a wonderful session.
Thank you, Anand, sir. Thank you, Anand, sir. Definitely, what your input is very, very, very valuable, sir. What you're saying is understanding basic fundamentals and applying for cross vertical is very, very, very important. We'll definitely will try to incorporate in coming days, sir. Definitely, sir.
Muthu, sir, the point is, as NSIC concept is for different industries. My only because I stay in the industrial hub in Delhi. My view was that every industry people needs to know what basics of machine learning is. He might not develop, but he might know how his product can utilize this platform.
Okay.
If every industry understands that there is a platform, he may call a specialist and avail the solution.
Yes, sir. What you're saying is 100% correct, sir. Because the purpose of this NSIC as well as our main motto is to support the small scale industries, and we are working towards the thing. And we are this is a basic first step. We are doing this machine learning in our NSIC. We'll try to incorporate and try to come with the good ideas in coming days, sir.
Sure, sir.
Generally, the case studies what we take as well will be interdisciplinary. One case study will be from mechanical background, one case study from me will be from automobile, one will be from retail. Like that we used to plan. Even if you see our course as well, at the end we have some case studies. So like that we used to plan the case studies as well, interdisciplinary. So I'm thinking that due to lack of time, I couldn't able to complete that case studies full-fledgedly. But for the future, we will try to do that one. Thank you, sir.
It was still fine, sir. Even if we have not completed, it was very nice, and hope to rejoin again in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Anand, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Harihar, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. It was simply amazing, sir. This 11 days, You just was in the proper grip of the situation, and it was the way in which you are giving the presentation, trying to take the pains to see that each and everybody get trained on this. It is really amazing, and I also thank Mr. Muthu sir, who has taken great pains in arranging all these. This one, no, I also had a great experience from IoT. Okay, and I will also be joining other programs. And ask Mr. Muthukumar, Muthukumar knows that I got also an industry background. Okay, I'm
Yes, sir, I know, sir. I know about your profile, sir. Basically, energy auditor, this person, the thing, I'm not good. I was very amazing that by this age, you're coming forward for this course means it's very amazing, sir, for young people like us.
Please do not reveal the secret of my age, sir. Age, sir, there's a problem for me. Then secondly, I was trying to ask Mr. Ananda express Anand Pachori has expressed. You see, the application of the industry, application of this particular methodology of starting from this AI, that is robotics, then data analysis, starting from this one, this is simply these are required for the future generation, and even for us who are practicing, because tomorrow is going to be the industry 4.0. 4.0 is a portal application of all these digital technologies, starting from MI, that is AI, and I was going through certain things also. This Uber is follows so many of these MI systems, even predictor charging, waiting time. That is predicting is a use which I am used to it. That means if I give an order, so it may take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, exactly they say. And of course, it is clubbed with so many other things, GPS, so many things. So it is because the area which is going, taking measurements. Then go again, Uber Eats, another Uber Eats. It's all following it. Yeah. These are the areas.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are the areas I find the greater application is there. So these are the applications we are not gone to that level, because at least we by and by will come to know that these are the applications, so that we will come to just as the application is just as Mr. Pachori has rightly pointed out, in what way it can be applied to the industry. So when the industry 4 is taken by this one, everything, it is all without that nothing happens. The other things are all comes secondary. Only the digital system comes first. So it is a great day, sir. I am overwhelmed, seeing the energy of Vikram sir, okay, and the pain he is taking for seeing that things are all, and we will be associated with sir. Please.
Thank you, for sure, sir.
Yeah, NSIC also.
Thanks from my side, and thanks from Harmonizer and NSIC Muthu sir. So thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Best wishes to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
With the participants also, active participants.
Yeah. Participant always, I am thankful to them.
Yeah.
Because really they made very interactive session for me. Thank you for all participants. Thank you from my side and from Harmonizer side. Thank you.
So small request from my side. So I am requesting all the participants kindly fill the feedback form before leaving the session, please, because we have to submit this form to our higher officials. So kindly before leaving the session, kindly fill the feedback form. If anyone want to speak about the training program, you are most welcome. You can speak.
Hello. Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Muthukumaran and Vikram sir for giving such a wonderful opportunity to learn this new language, Python, machine learning, etc. Because basically, I'm from basic electrical background. So I'm very much new to this programming, but I can able to learn new things, sir. Like it's very different, and not I can't say fully I learned, but some of it I learned, and the programs and all which you explained is wonderful and very understandable way. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lavanya madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
I hope, as you already get used with this, if you practice little bit means for sure you will learn everything, madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you, Muthukumaran also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My what I feel and I think is, if we think we can, but efforts is necessary. That's it. If we think to learn this one means we can think. There is no need of any background. Nothing is there. We need to sit for some time. This thing I can say for any participant, irrespective of age, irrespective of gender, any place. We need to think. We need to learn this one. Like that means once we're thinking, we need to no need to be quiet. We need to implement it. If we implement means for sure we can able to do it out. Thank you for all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikram sir. Shall we wind up for the session for the day, sir?
Yes, sir. For sure, sir.
I've taken the feedback. I'll share the feedback to you also, sir. We'll see.
Sure, sir. Personally, I'm thanking you, Muthukumaran sir, for filling the gap between the participants and me. You are very expressive, and I like the way you present every situation in front of me. And I like all participants as well openly. You extracted from me what you want. Really, thank you, Muthu sir, for filling the gap.
Thank you. Thank you,
Harmonizer.
Definitely, we'll do a wonderful program coming day, sir. So thank you once again all the participants for giving valuable time and participating in this 2 week study program. Definitely, I can say that something you got from the study program, I can say, because hope way we have been taken the class and the way we have been Vikram sir has been expressed. I hope that something has been got from this training program. Some takeaway has been there in this program. So once again, on behalf of NSIC as well as some organization, I was thanking all the participants for giving your valuable as well as active participation for this training program on machine learning. Definitely, from this you can able to develop your own ideas and you can implement your applications in this using machine learning. So thank you once again. So thank you, Vikram sir. We'll wind up the session for the day, sir.
Thank you, Muthu sir, and thank you all the participants once again. See you next time.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.